Hey, Bri, doesn't it suck that the boss is always over our shoulder when we're trying to talk?
Jay, he should be entertained by us. Let's get out of here and finish this conversation.
All right, as long as it's not work-related.
Jay,
B.
how's it going?
I am my summer best.
I want to welcome everyone to the work-related podcast.
You know what? We are related by work on Twitter, my
on
friend.
X, yes, we are.
No, well, I'm not related on work on Twitter. Well, I am. Again, the ultimate voyeur, but I've loved my my Twitter this week.
Oh, so you've been on it?
A little bit for some, not much, just a little taste, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not like the taste of summer that I really love, but I've gotten some information off Twitter. It's not the whole dumpster fire that it is. Never mind.
Come on, it's not the same dumpster fire. It's very informative. Okay?
Is it? What have you learned on Twitter today or this week?
I learned that it was confirmed that this Israeli strike that happened yesterday killed a whole bunch of top generals in Iran.
In Iran?
Yeah.
Well, see, now, never mind. So, are you disgusted about how out of the loop I am?
Yes, because this
sorry.
is why we started talking in the first place.
True. You know what? That's fucking true.
I
was
could say
so in the
something
loop.
to you and you're like, yeah, I did hear about that. I'm like, oh, yeah. Now it's just like, so did you hear about this, Jay? Nope.
Oh man, I forget. Oh man, I can't even ask for forgiveness. You're 1,000% right, Brian.
But
you're right.
Be in bliss for a bit. You know,
Well,
whatever.
the only reason why I would actually get myself out of this bliss is to hold up my end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like again, relationships evolve.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like again, we don't have
100%.
to. I can't deny that's how this whole thing started. I can't. I'm just trying to justify my reason for blissness. I was going to try to ride that wave. It's just like, how great is it that I am out of this loop?
I imagine it's pretty nice.
It's a little, yeah. It's fucking great.
It's pretty nice.
But it is not nice to you and for our conversations. But I do actually, in a way, I thought it'd be okay because you can be inform me more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, then I might get bullshitted into your fucking perspective of things. Then
I would
probably
never.
I would actually, that would probably get me more engaged. Like, he can't be right about
I
that.
would never.
So no, like this Israeli thing, like I don't.
Did you hear about that?
No, I'm sorry. No, I have no idea.
Israel did missile strikes on Iran last night, a few hours ago, maybe like 8 hours ago.
This is obviously stupid, but why Iran? I know it's like historically, like,
yeah.
but then, is it like because Iran has been supplying Hamas?
No, that's part of it. But Iran has sent strikes to Israel the past 2 years, like 2 times.
Oh yeah,
right?
fuck yeah.
So-
I did hear that.
But their most recent excuse is that Iran, they don't want Iran to have nuclear weapons, and Iran has been going forward towards nuclear weapon, like uranium enrichment. And even Donald Trump has said if Iran gets nuclear weapons, it's going to be a bad thing for them because of what we're going to do to them. Israel told the United States that they were going to strike them beforehand. I think it was a whole plan. And now it's coming out that Israel smuggled drones and stuff into Iran before the strikes. Like it's like a whole thing. And there was this simulation of the airlines of just before the strikes, you can see all the airplanes are like moving away from Iran, like all the commercials. So it was obviously planned.
Commercial from just Israel or from like Europe
just
in general?
In the area, because that's one of the corridors, like
Yeah.
between Israel and like Iran, like over there. That's one of the corridors they fly through. I don't think you can fly over Iran.
Oh, I see. So it's an international kind of no-fly zone.
All those things. So they apparently they did missile strikes and they killed a whole bunch of top generals that were meeting. And that's apparent. I don't know if it's 100% confirmed, but I've seen it several places. And I'm like, these guys this is going to be a big war. And now Iran's military has a Twitter account. Did you know that?
No.
And one of their tweets was, just remember, we didn't initiate this. And I'm thinking, like, I have a memory. I can remember 2 years ago when you sent missiles
my God.
to Israel. Like, what are you talking about? You did.
So is that fake news or just like the ultimate propaganda?
Propaganda, baby.
Yeah, it's all
That's
propaganda.
war and propaganda.
So is this even more to your, like, even we haven't even got to the LA riot? So is it like, is everything else a distraction from
I
this
feel
war
like
again?
it is, man.
But this isn't even part of the war we talked about last time with Ukraine and Russia.
No.
Or is it? Is it all tied?
Well, isn't this how World War II started or World War One? That it was two different wars going on, and then it just all started to combine because they allied against everybody else.
I can't confirm or deny that. I
it's
just
hard
know
to
that the First
remember.
World War started like Franz Ferdinand or something.
Yeah.
Some duke of something got shot.
Yeah.
And it was a kind of an accident. Like it's a great, it's not a great story. It's a funny story about how the assassin,
World War I, yeah.
the assassin missed his opportunity, and then he got the opportunity later in the day to assassinate this person. And so that's even at a time when propaganda could have been used even more.
Oh, 100%.
Or do you think it could be used more now?
I think it can be used more now.
I don't know if that's recency
I
bias.
think it can be used more then because there's no way to confirm. There's no way to check other sources. Like if somebody said in Canada right now, in Milton right now, there's a war going on the street, I can tweet and say, buddy, look, no, there's no war here. But back then when they just put flyers saying there's a war in a city that you'll never go to, you just have to believe it. That's all the information you got.
The kind of scary part is that if the fucking the riot if I don't know if what's going on in LA is like or using an opportunity for such chaos in the world to just add more chaos to it, and it kind of slides under the same umbrella or the way, or people can talk about it as a distraction for something going on. Like I don't know if it's more that like it's just like. Hey, shit! Like it's just it doesn't matter what we do. Like chaos is everywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's annoying to say that I'm the type of person that's just ignoring it all. Like I get it, right? Like I don't even know how to have a strong opinion on any of it because it's so confusing. Like talking about the war, like adding a new war to me with Israel and Iran. Like I can't even get my head around fucking Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah.
And it's been going on for 4.5 years apparently. You know, and then seeing the bill, just like the despair, the fucking all the drones coming in and the new way of fighting and how is this like really what the fuck is going on?
Especially on a thing where Donald Trump ran on stopping wars and Democrats always having wars. He basically started this war with Israel. He's definitely part of it. And honestly, this Iran-Israel war is probably bigger because they're more evenly matched than Ukraine and Russia.
Well, it depends on who wants to join Iran's side. Like if
Iran has a pretty big military.
No, I get it. No, but compared to U.S., they don't.
No, not U.S., Israel.
No, but Israel and
two
U.S.
are-
are not
No,
going anywhere.
they're the same
Like it's the
people.
same. Like I get it, and I can't. The rumors of that, you know what I mean? Are kind of undeniable, and I don't understand that's the ultimate, like the reason for them to defend Israel is the ultimate helping the little guy out, right? Like that's their international stand.
I don't think you can classify Israel as the little guy. They have a lot of money.
I get it.
They're the only ones with an iron dome. They have a lot of U.S. military weapons and stuff. Like they have a lot of high tech. They have like a great intelligence agency, Mossad. Like it's.
But isn't that all kind of based on the fact that the U.S. helps them out so much?
Absolutely.
Like isn't everybody else's problem about the U.S. and their relationship with Israel?
The fact that U.S.
So that is so I'm saying
really,
if they left
they're
right
buds.
now, whatever, then they might have left them in a good position. But what I'm getting.
Well, the thing is that just before you get off the point, Israel buys a lot. They have access to a lot of American technology, and they have the money to buy it, which is why they can bully people in their region without U.S. help right now.
Even if the most unflattering thing of it is just like they like it because they can supply them with weapons to war, and they're going to constantly be in war. Like they're like it's a way to fucking like Lockheed Martin and all that can fucking go,
and they can afford it.
It doesn't matter how. Even if the government goes in debt, the Americans are making more debt now. The world economy.
Israel can afford.
No.
Buy,
I get it, but even if they can't, they're buying it. Like the business still goes on.
Yeah.
Like the business of going into like. War is a racket. Somebody's making money somewhere, and it's usually coming from like a deficit.
Yeah.
Like they're printing money, or they're going into debt in the world. Whatever the fucking the whole purpose of a nation being in debt, it doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like however that goes. So however Israel is propped up. All of my point is not to deny what you said is not true. I get that they're strong, and I'm not trying to say they're the weaker part in this whole Iran or Middle East conflict.
No, they're the bullies of that region.
Yes.
They're the superpower of that region.
But America's involvement is based on we help weak nations. Fucking like they pick and choose which nations they decide need their help.
Yeah, but I don't think Israel's one of those.
No, but this
I
is
don't
what I'm
think
saying is they
that's
don't. The states. It's all just words. Like they don't want you're weak and tired in their country. Like they're using their ICE propaganda and they're fucking taking away citizens' rights just to get a few bad apples. And they're just like a blue state like California gets run over. You know what I mean? By the first time of the like National Guard, they're the furthest thing from helping out disenfranchised people coming into.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like however, like they don't want new. They don't want like. Anybody coming into the country, right? Like the immigration problem. They really don't want to help the weak and tired and the fucking poor. But that's their man. That's what they think you know what I mean? They stand for or they stood for.
Yeah, they're saving the world.
But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying for Israel.
To Gaza?
That's what I'm saying for Israel. Yeah, it's because it's not 1939 or 40 or World War I. What we're talking about before is just like it becomes so easy to dispute. And if you want to, though, you can read the Iran tweet and go fucking. We didn't start this, and then it's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah,
like I get it. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to say the U.S.'s involvement lets Israel get away with what they want to get away with.
100%.
And that's why I'm saying that the idea that U.S. is involved in that is based on a lie. It's nothing to do. It's only to do with profits. Or whatever it is, or like you know what I mean, like other worldly fucking decisions, and not about helping the weak and tired and the poor, or making democracy the thing. It's just about corporations and fucking stock markets and other bullshit
and money.
So I don't even. That's why I never fear for the Chinese takeover because it's all about money.
I've never really understood the U.S. relationship with Israel, to be honest. I don't think there's another country that is. Propped up as much by the Americans as Israel.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
Like they literally help them build that Iron Dome, which nobody else has.
Yeah, I don't understand it either.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's the fucking but that's
not even Canada, and we're the neighbors.
Not even themselves.
Not even themselves.
Like it's not it's the ultimate like that. Like it's both sides. I used to say that about Obama, not about Israel. Not like I've never weighed into because you get into Jews and Muslims.
Yeah.
You get into the whole religious of it all.
For sure.
And I don't now I really get to sound like I don't know what I'm talking about. But with Obama and wars, like and drones, and I always said right at the get-go, nobody cared. There was no Twitter. It's like if George Bush. If George Bush was doing what Obama was doing, the people that are praising Obama would just be ripping him to shreds.
100%.
Like Obama got so much more love for the hope and change of what we wanted that I was like, oh, the distraction of who Obama was or wanted to be was distracted from the fucking warmonger that he still was. Mm-hmm. And you could even say, oh, well, like that's why you can easily see it in Hillary Clinton. Mm-hmm. That's you can easily see it in George Bush and all that. It's just like he's the same. Yeah. And now you get fucking the drain the swamp Trump. It's just like I don't see no swamp being drained.
Yeah, you're doing the exact same thing.
And I see, and so yeah, like that's why like when it comes to the Israel, we're talking from this, almost 100. Like we could say it's closer to 100 years ago than anything else. Mm-hmm. And it's just like those are deeply embedded political ties that we don't really know why. Like just I don't know. Like you saying when you said like the airlines you can see these airlines avoiding the fuck. First of all, you have to believe that data.
Yep,
and then secondly, you got is that like planes coming from France too? Like, did Air France know about this? Like how, you know what I mean? Like how involved was the Allied forces like going like this? Like we've always been on the side of the Allied forces, but that could be manipulated. Like not everybody's Allied forces, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, are going, and that's the whole Palestine of situation. You want to talk about being oblivious to? Like that's me. Like I remember the first time I saw it, like 20 years ago, even like a pro-Palestine thing, and I remember the PLO, and I'm just like, really? That's weird. We're not supposed to cheer for the Palestine. And then now it's become a whole, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little bit more aware that there's two sides to that story.
yeah.
And I just don't, like, we already know my involvement not to get involved in anything. It's like, so, like, that's been going on for a while, right? Like, I was, not before we started talking, I don't know what my deal was in that little phase of my life, but right time, right place. But yeah, it's become just more confusing to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still get to not weigh in the pro-Palestine movement and the whole January 7th or September 7th. You know what I mean? Like, that's just disgusting to me. I just see the terror and I don't see what drives them to go do that. I see like the 9/11 and I just, because that was a longer time ago now, and I just like, I kind of see more what drove somebody to do that. And then when the Palestine-Gaza thing comes up, it's like, oh, it's one of these situations where they've just been pushed to a point. And if you don't recognize something in that, if you're just so on Israeli side, in my mind, without like kind of just like saying how fucked up it is and really what is going on, then I think you're foolish.
Yeah, for sure.
But ultimately, for my own happiness, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather like argue, is it better to have a beer for a barbecue or a fucking lawn mowing? You know what I mean? Like, let's talk to the fucking more important. I'm not right now. I'm not like, I'm just like,
No,
we'll get to
I know.
that. But like, that's where my mind goes.
Yeah.
It's just like, it was when like, a similar example is like, I think when Toronto was first bidding for the Olympics 100 years, like a long time ago, right? Or whatever. And I was like, yeah, Olympics, let's go for it. And then the argument, this is when we were actually reading the newspaper and I'd be in the Toronto Sun.
that?
And the
Toronto
that was when I
Sun?
was realizing that, the Toronto Sun is the right-leaning side of the newspaper and the Star is the left-leaning side of the newspaper. And
What the fuck is the Star?
And so I was like fucking reading these things and seeing like start to see like, oh yeah, like why are we spending our government money on Olympics when there's no fucking we have homeless problems. And the quote was like, bread not circuses. Mm-hmm. And I guess that was a historical statement. I would go, what the fuck is that? And it's like, oh, I get it. It's a distraction to fucking do whatever, like to celebrate the city and not take care of the real problems. And so I don't know if any real problems get solved. Never mind in the Israeli war and the Ukraine war. Like, I don't know how the real problems get solved. I can kind of see it more. Why I was on Twitter, like, it was the good thing about Twitter. See, now we're totally off of it. Is watching that Indian guy play guitar.
What
like,
Indian guy?
if I sent you the fucking message, you didn't read that yet. I was with the comments.
Oh yeah.
Like fucking
You
like
said the
Stairway to
comment.
9/11.
Yeah,
It's
that
like
was
AC
funny.
Tessie.
Yeah.
And like fucking, I'm just like, there's like a minute and a half of fucking comments. Seek of the System of the Down and all these fucking like. I was on the floor. Like, I've watched that 3 or 4 times since. And I'm like, oh, see, if it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't have gotten that piece of fucking gold.
That's true. So that brought you back to.
Yeah, I didn't reshare. I should have maybe reshared it on our account. See, that's maybe what I'll do.
You could have hit the.
Yeah, I will. I'll get back on that, right? But I'm slowly joining back. Like, look, you're scaring me off. You're telling me all these other things that are on the fucking website that are going there. And so I was going more to what's going on in LA. And I wasn't trying to use it as an example to fucking shit on Trump or like it's just more of the confusion. Like I said, I don't even believe the Musk fucking Trump thing. Like
They already got back. They already talked.
Yeah, of course, right? And so whatever. I don't even know if I believe that.
Do you know what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now?
What?
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Distraction.
Oh, I see. See, yeah, there you go. But the LA thing is like, so we get to call that a distraction because we're not in it.
Yep.
Like that's fucking, that's insane.
And it's not even only LA right now.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure there was big protests in Chicago, was it?
See, I told you Chicago would be next.
Yeah, you did.
I said that to
and
you.
it did happen next.
Yeah, I told you.
It's crazy.
It's the fucking, it's
blue states.
It's everything that they said that maybe this is the most generous thing. It's everything they thought they were getting done to by the blue states that they're doing in their own way against the blue states. And they're fucking, they're just taking away so much fucking civil liberties. Like, never mind the Patriot Act and all this shit. Like, he's doing things and he's citing his righteousness on like the National Guard going into Alabama to desegregate schools. Mm-hmm. That was like the last time this was used, and he's doing it as a civil rights thing. Like, he's manipulating the words. He's like, yeah, this is good for our American citizens. Yep. Like Kennedy or Johnson, whoever's saying like, no, we have to integrate these schools, and the Guard is there to protect the Constitution. Well, now he's kicking out random people. You know what I mean? Like 8 citizens to get 2 non-citizens in his fucking ice quest and using the same thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
absolutely.
it's just such propaganda.
It's bullshit. You hear he said if he didn't put the National Guard in LA, then LA would be burned to the ground. I'm like, talk about being dramatic, bro. There's been billions of riots before. No city has been burned to the buildings have burned, but no city has been burned to the not, especially not as big as LA. Like, get out of here. And then he sent the Marines into LA to protect federal buildings, and they're not gonna fuck around. So it's like this is all shows that he, like you said, he likes the chaos. And if January 6th never didn't tell us this from the beginning, and he was still reelected, we're gonna get more of the same. The world has been in just as much chaos as he said it was with the Democrats.
Yeah.
This is just ridiculous.
No, I don't. I think January 6th, when even though that scared me and shocked me, and it's again just recency from hearing you say it, that might be the first inkling I can get where just like I gotta disengage.
Yeah.
Like it was so confusing and scary, like the consequences of it, and now it's kind of been downplayed.
Yeah.
And everything can be downplayed, and like it's I just don't see these liberties. Whatever's taken from you doesn't get brought back.
Yep.
Like we're all like, except like our privacy is kind of shot in a way that we can all get good Google ads because the phone fucking hears us or sees what we're searching at the very minimum and whatever. Like we accept some kind of privacy if we don't want to use a VPN or whoever you think. But I don't even believe that's just minimal basic trying to protect yourself.
Yep.
So we all use our credit cards online now, like we've said before. Like we've accepted some kind of risk for the reward of being in this kind of overseeing, you know what I mean? Like we're a surveillance fucking world. It's happening at work. Like we're just surveilled all the time.
Yep.
Deal with it. Like there's no to fucking
That's life.
Just treat fucking like you got nothing to hide if you're fucking being good. So the thing is though, what I'm just reading it, like they're mandatory. They have to stay there now for 60 days. This is not a thing you can just pull in, pull out.
Yep.
Just like tariffs, he's just like, trying to grab any kind of power that he's allowed to have as like a fucking mad king. This is Joffrey on fucking Game of Thrones.
Right?
And so it's not just that, it's not coordinated. The thing when they did it back in the 60s for integrated schools was the first time that the federal went over a governor, right? The executive order went over a governor. And it was, I mean, again, it was assumed that it was over a lot of dialogue. You know what I mean? Like back and forth, like I don't want to do that, I can't do that. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to use it just willy-nilly, just for that much propaganda. Right? You could say like they're trying to push this desegregation agenda and all that, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of people on one side saying it was never good.
Yeah.
So and they voted for somebody, but the fact that now he's just using it because he hates Gavin Newsom. There was no conversation about you doing. There's so much state level troops in California.
Yeah.
There's so many police. There's so many other like reserves.
Unnecessary.
It's unnecessary.
100%.
It's such an abusive use of his power. But it's also now nobody knows who's in charge. Obviously, he's coming in charge, but there's no coordinated effort.
And that's the messed up thing. Like the part of America is having the states being able to govern themselves and go to the federal government if they need additional support. That's all gone. Like you said, Mad King is the best way to explain it because that is how he literally is having his hands in almost everything.
So it bothers me that we get to just call that a part of this whole distraction with fucking Israel and Ukraine and whatever. But there's an actual city of LA that's under siege.
Yep.
Like I was shocked when I fucking found out that Ukraine was going on for 4 years. It's my bad. And you just see the Sarajevo fucking building burnt out and like all these other 80s wars that I can remember or whatever, old footage of war. Just like that's devastation.
Yeah.
Like how does nobody works there? Nobody goes to school there.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know it's been happening in the Middle East too and all these things that I get to be oblivious to. And now it's like, oh my God, is this the beginning of the fucking end of LA? Like I know that's a stretch, right?
Is a
like
stretch,
it's a huge
but
stretch,
I
but it's
mean-
like it's not the not start. Like if you were making the movie about that, this is where you would start. This is where you would start.
Yeah.
And then is this just the way to bulldoze your way to try to fucking get the? I hope they don't get into Mexico before my vacation. Like I don't know. I just don't want this to affect my trip to the fucking Mayan Riviera.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's the resort.
yeah, like we've got it all picked. Everything is, you know, I mean, again, I'll use that as a total just jumping off point when we finish all this or whatever. So, I see that. So this isn't. I gotta remember like how young you are. Talking to you, like, what's your view on the '93, like the Rodney King riots in L.A.? Like I have to remember you were like 7 years old or something.
I was very young, so all my thoughts on it are after. You
like
know,
thinking,
memes, and I've seen the videos and stuff and shit.
But
like
as a
that.
kid, you didn't.
No, not.
Do you remember
not
anything at the
moment.
time? Knowing?
No.
Like it was totally.
Shit.
Yeah, of course.
No shit.
When would it have been brought to you? Like, I know it's hard. I know it's really hard.
I want to say...
Would it have been in art? Like, would it have been in music? Would it have been...
music for sure.
Yeah.
Rodney King, referencing Rodney King.
Yeah.
And then probably movies.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they have always referenced it.
Did anything make you want to learn more about it? Like, did you try to, like, ever research? Or did you just, like... Or was it just, like, the world's fucked up? This is an example of a fucked up world I can think of.
I'm a researcher.
Yeah, I would've thought.
As soon as something I don't understand, I want to try and figure it out.
And you kids with your lyrics, and that's why I brought music, is just like, you don't just, like... You don't spend your whole life assuming that it's a wrong lyric. You know what I mean? Like we're thinking Jimi Hendrix said, "I'll kiss the guy instead of kissing the sky," right? Like we don't care, but you guys do care.
Yeah, 100%.
And so, I can get how that would jumpstart you or whatever. So, was it just a like I don't know? I'm not trying to. I don't want to put any kind of words in your mouth. I'm just trying to think of because I know I was a fucking adult the whole time. Like I saw the whole fucking Like I know about that as much as I know like any kind of historical point.
Yeah.
Other than it affecting me in any kind of way. But there was no thought of a distracting world. You know what I mean? Like propaganda was the furthest thing from my mind at that time.
Yeah.
I just thought the news was the news and what we were seeing was what we were seeing. And when that jury got let off, it was just a further example of anything. It's like, oh shit. Like that, obviously that happens fucking all the time in smaller examples.
Yep,
right.
You don't even know.
And now because it's LA, because it's on video, how the fuck did they not fucking?
And it still happens today.
Of course, like it's not. But the spark that it ignited was shocking.
Yeah.
Like the videos.
Was this the same type of feeling?
No, this is way more preordinated. This seems so. This is where I was going to get to. If there was any cause to bring the fucking guard in, it would have been then. Like there was.
Wait, they didn't bring the guard in there?
I don't know what they did, but they didn't. I'm not saying they just let it burn and go on, but I don't remember this.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember this kind of discourse. I don't remember this lack of coordination between, like you said, like should we call for help or just demand that you're taking our help?
Yeah.
Right. Like I said, like they used it for the integrating the schools, and it might have been more of a show of force or what have you. But this was a more like, yeah, this city's out of control, and it's because of the police. Like this is an example of the city, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, the state should come in somehow fix it or whatever, but I don't ever remember this kind of talk about how we're going to fix this situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and but it was way more, it's easier for me to find examples of people like, yeah, there's a lot of immigrants in LA right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like it is a problem.
For sure.
Like I'm not trying to defend ICE.
100%.
I hate the way it's operated and all that, but
ICE is necessary.
it's a situation that there might be a bit of an illegal alien problem going on there. I don't think it's all Mexico's problem. You know what I mean? Like I do think it's a big complicated story, right? So I do see this, but it's not the same. Like the injustice of the Rodney King thing. Like it's almost like okay, this like I don't know. I'm just saying like that's an explosive situation that happened for a lack of better term, innocent reason. You know what I mean? Fucking corrupt cops, fucking drunk guy in the wrong, like bad guy, like a guy in the bad place, right? Like whatever. I don't even want to. All I was trying to say is whatever sparked it. The situation was real. Seeing the fucking fires in that riot were like a January 6th moment or whatever moment because it's like holy shit, what happens when there's a real injustice? Because before then, I only saw the 60s riots on TV with the fire hoses and the dogs and the Martin Luther King and just seeing like fucking it's just theoretical to me. By this time, I think
Now you're seeing it play out.
yeah, but also again in my ignorance because I'm who I am, it's just like not this. It's like yeah, racism fixed. I live in Toronto. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to. This isn't like going on in my area, not knowing where it is going on, and just like oh shit, there's a lot of pent up racial tension going on here. You know, fucking, and you see it, and then again, this is way before fucking like Boys in the Hood movies and fucking shit like fucking NWA. Like the things that came out of this was so much more raw.
Yeah.
Everything became a little bit more real. And it's just like, oh, it's always been real. I just got to fucking see it all on TV play out. So it brought me back to that kind of situation. And it made it way more just than I think of a fucking Buffalo hat in January 6th. Right? And you see that. It's just like, oh, fuck. You see the fucking store owners defending their stores with fucking guns. You know what I mean? It's just like, this is real. This is like war going on in LA for a real reason.
War in the city.
Yeah, for a real, like, you know what I mean? Like, I get
for
it.
a real thing.
Like, we can't trust the cops.
No.
Like the fucking, like,
Fuck the no.
yeah, that's where it came from, right? Like, and so we all got to feel that real anger, and it's like more people just couldn't believe it. And I'm not saying any real change came out of it, but that was more of a situation where the last time I saw LA dealing with this, it was like that, and that would have been maybe where I'm not even saying they should have, but if anything, that would have been used to quell this. This is all perpetuated by more than like one side or whatever. It's just perpetuated for non-right reasons. It's just for him to, like I said, like we talked about before.
Yeah,
Like there is no just cause in it.
Yeah.
Like I said, like whatever like reasons
He's
you
making
need.
these last 4 years go out with a bang. Do all the power that he can do. Do everything that he can do. Wouldn't you do the same?
I'm not like
do
Sean.
so.
I avoid this power. Right? Like fucking like you can see it in micro examples of fucking everywhere. You would see that in the fucking you can hear some comments that fucking our buddy might have said in his
Warning
past fucking
signs,
life
man.
and fucking go, oh, this is his real fucking justification. I bring up examples of the fucking other fucking power tripping guy in the fucking parts room there, and just like fucking, oh yeah, you know what? I don't know what other meetings this guy goes to. Like this guy might have real fucking deep seated beliefs that he'll never fucking let go of.
Yeah.
You talk to Nate about some of these kind of things and where he grew up, and when he says something like that, like you know what I mean, like how some of the things he was taught to believe, and he separates himself from that. I believe him. He has no reason to say anything like that to me, and he's saying it in a way like fucking like you know, there's some people with some real fucking stupid thoughts that, and now, but God forbid they become powerful, and then they do, like they are right now.
100%.
And so, yeah, I'm really glad I didn't. Well, I don't know. I owe it to you to maybe learn more. I'm going to have not just now. You give me another example. No, I've said this before.
I know.
But my point was a million years ago when I started this sentence. Never mind conversation about 158 episodes ago. And see that I didn't even make up the ones that you missed.
What are you talking about, Jay?
Is that I hate that I'm missing the fucking Sikh guy playing guitar because of my avoidance of the fucking real Twitter.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and
So
I'm
you
good at
get back
avoiding
on
it.
it.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. No, it isn't very good.
Should I be sending you links now?
You can send me any. You could never not send. Why have you ever hesitated on sending me anything?
I don't know.
You're ridiculous.
I don't know. Maybe you know,
there could be more.
I mean,
don't worry.
You get a lot of me in a week.
Don't worry. Thanks for recognizing it. It's always right at 6 o'clock. Hey, and you know I've not even tried to get out of my own way with Sean fucking up my
Life?
No,
Work
my
life?
dedication, my dedication to the company, and then you'll see me struggling to get something done by the end, and it's like, yeah, you don't care.
No.
I can only do some. I'll just do me. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I'll just keep doing my guy. I'm going to just pretend I'm grandfathered in. I know I'm not. Nobody gets to be grandfathered in anymore, but I'm still just going to be grandfathered in as long as I can.
Do your thing,
and show my worth wherever I can, and let these power tripping fucks be going. The easiest fun to do is just to lump you in with them.
Oh, yeah? You could lump me in with
Yeah, like I said, like we said, but I'm just trying to stay on the side of power by being your friend. Like, you know, like I get to find out all these things.
This guy's acting like I'm giving him a choice.
That's the problem. Whatever. You're very good. See, thank God you're not in control of anything. Oh no, now you got our work chat GPT. Going on. I mentioned it before. We talked about it last week. Before I'm just jumping off riots.
Yeah,
I don't
go
know
for
what
it.
else to say. We can maybe go back, but it's scary. All of it's fucking scary.
Yeah.
It's not as scary as maybe it should be. I don't know. Like I don't know how close to home it has to be.
It's too far.
I don't know how. Like I'm not even scared of the fucking tariff stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to be scared of anymore. and I hate. I just like.
Are you desensitized now?
No, I just ignore it. Like how retarded am I to be planning a trip to Mexico?
You're not. You gotta live
Like,
your life.
is it? Yeah, but the uncertainty of the economy. Like, should I be fucking worried about that?
Oh, probably partially.
Should I be worried about looking like an American looking fuck going to Mexico?
Wear a Canadian T-shirt. I love Canada.
That's what an American would do.
Oh yeah, true.
But they, you know, what I mean,
I am Canadian.
in a but in a
We're Toronto Argonauts. No Americans. wear the
Argonauts. That's
Argonauts.
hilarious.
There you
That's the
go.
one. The Blue Jays. The fucking the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
That's the greatest one. I did have a Toronto Maple Leaf hat, and it was like a weird logo with the TML kind of all intertwined. And somebody at Mexico asked me what that was before, like last
really?
time I was there, and so I had to tell them. So they don't know what hockey is.
Oh.
Tough for them because the hockey's the greatest. But the like I'm saying, like it's not just like am I ignoring what I like? I don't know. Like nobody shouldn't pause their life.
Yeah.
Right? Like nobody's gonna pause. You shouldn't pause your weekend trips. I shouldn't pause fucking. But like, am I just like exploiting Mexico for my own gain?
Yes.
Am I like the problem to Mexico?
No, you're not the problem because that's a big part of their economy. So
Right.
you're a solution.
So, but could I like get into a Twitter argument where somebody like, you know what I mean, like is trolling me that I am part of, you know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
do I get mad at somebody that won't let go that I'm the white devil coming to fucking steal their fucking brown resources?
No, because they want your tips.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to
They
treat
want
them
your
fucking
money.
well.
They want your
I
money.
love
they
it.
want your tips. They want your business. Vacation's a big part of Mexico, so I don't think anybody's gonna be mad.
No, I know that. I'm just saying, like, that's the trolling fucking aspect. And I agree it. I same thing, fine. But like I said, like, the world's still gonna burn while we're doing all this.
Yep.
Right? Like, I'm not worried. Like, I'm just like, this part of my fucking denial existence. Not that I'm saying. What was the word? Like, I'm just fucking buffering myself. And just like going on, so like same old for this guy. So I don't even know what to jump off on because I was going to jump on something else. But so we ended up picking a resort.
Yes.
So it's great. Like this is going to get to Ricky's ears. But the thing that I kind of wanted to plan out did like.
Oh, you don't want it to get to his ears?
Oh, it will. I don't care. He'll get it. But,
just to keep your thought. Side note: Brenton messaged me today and said, "What do you mean that I'm uninvited?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, for Deerhurst, you said that they're already uninvited next year. And I didn't even remember that I said it. I didn't even remember that I said it.
you got yourself in trouble.
No, he thought it was hilarious, but I'm like, I said that. He's like, we didn't even go on the trip. He's like, I want my money back. I'm like, oh shit. Like, oh damn it.
You were saying it in a way that it's got let go from you, where it's gone to a family trip. Now it's
Yes.
expanded. Now it's
Yes.
expanded.
It wasn't
He wasn't.
personal.
No.
No.
The reason say that. The thing I think, shout out to Brenton, is that we are still at the very beginning stage of our renovations.
Yeah.
And the most fucking psycho thing about Brenton that is he is a professional painter.
Yeah, why
that's the
you-
most insane
You
fucking
want me
thing.
to hook you up?
Fuck no, because I'll figure it out myself. But yeah, maybe for the next room because like, you know, we're gonna try to finish what we started.
Yeah.
I would never do that. But the
So you
idea,
hate painting. Me too.
the idea of fucking doing this for a living,
Oh man,
purposely,
Yeah.
is psycho.
It
Like
pays
fuck,
good,
Brenton, what's wrong with you, man?
it pays good.
That's what it has to, right? And if you're good,
Yeah.
you're good. No, obviously that's good. We'll find out when we do the other rooms. But every time I do any of the work for that, it's got like fucking. This is the furthest thing that I could do for a living.
Yeah,
there's
that's
zero
not what I
enjoyment of
wanna
it.
do.
So petty, like so picky.
Hey, people think about that with us. We get
No.
burned for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to get burned?
I get it.
don't
No,
mind.
yeah, you're right.
I don't mind.
I don't mind, but I hate the fucking things I hate about my job too.
Yeah, that's
like
a
there's-
fact.
burned isn't being one of the fun ones, I think, or whatever.
People.
So you and your people, that's moving on up, moving on up.
You realize how much more stupid people are.
Yeah,
You're like,
And
wait a
The
minute.
more those types that they give me into my life, I've realized every time. Usually when these fuck comes around,
Yeah.
it's not hard to see.
Yeah.
Do you see them? They all come in all kinds of different shapes and sizes.
When is that the point where you meet somebody who has common sense? You're shocked. You're like, wait a minute.
You double check. You are you sure about this? You must have that all the time when you get like somebody who's competent.
Yeah.
Like somebody who kind of
As
comes
soon as
in.
somebody's company, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. You can read a tape measure?
I'm going to move off because now I'm almost ready to talk about some of the things I'm not allowed to talk about.
Go for it.
Oh, no, I'm curious.
Move off.
Oh, move off. Okay. So, so getting to Ricky's ears, because he doesn't care. His wife is happy because he only goes away, like, she can never get him to go to resorts when
And
she
why
goes
is
away.
that?
Because he's a curmudgeon. He doesn't like doing stuff. I don't know what the whole reason is. He goes on his own other vacations.
Mm-hmm.
I never got, I'll find out, but I never found a.
I thought you were going to say it's because he likes working. He's a workaholic type of
He
person.
does not like working. He likes fucking whatever. He lives for the weekends for sure. And he, I don't know. That's just not part of the. I don't have an answer for that. But she's the point is only that she's happy because he'll come for this.
Yep.
And so when we were talking where to pick now, because it was kind of confusing talking to these or watching these influencers and all that kind of thing, and it was like, oh. You know, by the time we get to the top 6, we were like, yeah, those are a little bit out of our price range. And when do you fucking splurge? And I told you, like, the Hard Rock was like an example of maybe we could like splurge for ourselves. And and the other side, the one that was perfect but didn't have the beach. And I said that because I'm a creature of habit, it's like, oh man, I would just go to the one we went to before. Because I remembered it and everything was fucking great about it. The platinum, like, buy up type of thing was worth it. And so we ended up fucking we're going to that place. It's almost
Nice.
they got exactly what we wanted to get out of the whole thing when we started. We searched around a few other things and we found out that we almost went to, instead of the Mayan Riviera, to like Cancun proper, like closer to the airport, less of a drive. And we've always kind of heard like, oh, Cancun's like not as nice as the Riviera. Like the beach is dirtier or whatever. It's more of a city. And I'm like, how much of that is a stereotype? Like a myth? Like how much of that is like not really true? Because I heard it 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it can't all be true. You know what I mean? Like they say like the sewage goes out into the water there. And it's
Are
like,
you serious?
I'm like, fuck, really? I'm not going there. Just like, is that like a myth? Is that propaganda? You know what I mean? Like, did Donald Trump write that? And so, and so it's like, it can't be bad. You know what I mean? There was like, we were starting to sell the idea like, no, actually being in Cancun's got all these other examples of things to do. It's like there's way more stores. It's closer to the fucking tequila. Like there's distilleries
it?
there. Yeah, like
Nice.
very fucking particular where they grow tequila
Oh, yeah.
or do the tequila distilleries. So we'll a better chance to do that. And it's like, yeah, we can do that. And then she just went on another travel site and through searching, she found the sister resort to the one we went. So it's not exactly the building we're going to, but whatever. It's the one right beside it. It's like, holy shit, what a deal this is. And it was like, in the price range we kind of started, it's like giving us all the luxury at a budget price, and we're like, this is perfect. And then so her and Rick's wife fucking narrowed it down. And it's like, yeah, like, can you do this? What are the dates? Then it got down to the dates, and he couldn't do it in September. He has to wait till October for whatever reason because he's a workaholic. And and we're like, yeah, we can. Like, you know, that's fine by us. And so it was like on the weekend, it's like, okay, this is it. This is the price. This is what we want. Wait till Monday till he can get the fucking time off. He gets back to us on Monday. Say fucking no problem. And it was like, yeah, I can take whatever days I want. It's no big deal. That's when I asked you for my how many days have I taken. I was like, holy shit, look at how many days I've already taken. and so it was like bang bang. So it got it. So I'm just saying he's not gonna give a fuck at all. And it's gonna you could almost back end the story and go, did they just get what they wanted originally? It's like, in a way.
Yeah, maybe.
In a way, but it all worked out. So it was great. That's a great feeling.
So you guys have your dates, your set, everything.
Yeah, everything. And even when we picked it, so originally when I thought I had all the vacation days in the world, and normally in the fall, I take a full 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
We go to Florida for like 10 days of it, and we drive for a couple of them and all that. And just to be a fucking pig, I was like, well, we're going to go away for only 1 week. And just because I don't want to miss football, I can watch football there on a Sunday, but I'm not traveling on a Sunday. Like I want to, you know what I mean? Like either watch, so I'll either leave on a Saturday or Monday or Tuesday. I'll go on a fucking Wednesday. I'm taking 2 weeks off. Who cares?
Yep.
And then I found out, so we were like, we got it down. They're only taking a whole week off. So they want to go from Sunday to Sunday.
Okay.
They're not real football fans. So I don't understand. And so, so I was like, that's fine. We might only go from Monday to Monday. That's going to actually, I'll get back to that's a perk for us. Because when we get there and our hotel room isn't going to be quite ready, we can go change into Ricky's fucking hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Get our fucking swimsuits on.
that
and just,
works
yeah,
out.
it's going to, so that's just an innocent byproduct of what just happened. And so we're going to go on Monday. And I was like, okay, great. Like, I'll like take the 2 weeks off. ask, hey, Bri, go tell me how many days I've taken. You got your executive orders. You can go find out these things for me. Comes back with a beautiful spread. I've never had my information given to me in such a beautiful spreadsheet. Great, good job. Your assistants did a great job. And so I was like, holy shit, babe, I've already used 6 days, including the one coming up for Canada Day. That's 7 days already. I only got 13 days. Fuck, can I get away with using 10 of them for this? I was like, And so I was like, you know what? What if I went back just to work from Wednesday, Thursday, and then I would only use 7 days, and then I'll have these other days I can take a day off for your birthday, maybe mine, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like sometime in August, we can go to the X or do something. And when we weren't going anywhere, we were going to stay here for a whole week. That's when I started using all these days.
Yeah.
And so I filled up my vacation time for him, and then left it on Ali's desk. And then he came to me with his calendar and this, and so he goes, "So your time here, that's good." He goes, "So Thanksgiving falls on the Monday that I'd be coming
So
back.
you got 1 day.
So I got a day back.
Nice.
So now I'm glorious. I got my vacation booked, and I still got 7 days I can use for the rest of the year.
Jeez.
So
And
I was
that's after October. Oh, you can use it.
I can use it.
anytime.
No, it'll be in
Yeah.
August and shit. Like
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
probably be, yeah. I have a. So I've already fucking in my possession got like 3. I'm gonna have to get a couple more days off forms, and I'm just gonna load them up. I'm gonna find
Oh,
out
you're
this
gonna do it all
weekend.
right now?
Yeah, Johnny does it in January.
Yeah, he does all of it.
And so I'm going to do it all next week. I'm going to
Yeah.
load up his desk with all the other days that I want off. And it feels fucking great.
Nice.
I know it's been great weather. So the only other thing I can compare it to, I'm feeling good, is just like I
Mondays?
am in the summer.
Oh.
No, Monday when I fly into Mexico. It'll be that. Now I'll talk to you that Monday. And the Monday I have off for Canada Day. I'll talk to you that
I'm
Monday.
off that day. It's my birthday.
Nice. Look at you, birthday fuck situation. So never mind me. I could talk about you got a week. This isn't for your birthday. I don't know what it is, but you guys are going on a trip yourself.
Yeah. We're just going to thing.
It's to where?
Great Wolf Lodge.
Great Wolf Lodge. Do you think that's a chain? I don't.
I don't
bet
think
you,
so.
I don't never really heard it, but like to describe it to the people, like it's just like a huge indoor water park.
Yeah.
Like I think they're everywhere.
There's a couple of them in Canada, but there's not a lot in Canada.
Yeah,
like
good
they are
point.
in the
Good point.
States.
Yeah, I think they're yeah, that's what I meant. They're probably dotted across the major cities in
There's
the
like
States.
2 in Niagara Falls. I think there's one in like Ottawa or Quebec or Montreal or some shit. I think the biggest one in Canada is like one in over there.
And over there, in Quebec?
Yeah, like
it's
Quebec
not Wolf
or
Lodge?
Montreal
I would
or
have thought the
something.
Wolf Lodge one would have been one of the bigger ones.
No, the bigger man, you see pictures of the biggest one in Canada, it's crazy.
I mean, it'd be ridiculous coming from me who like doesn't mind going to Disney World, like loves it, and like all the fucking other people's kids and everything is just the germ factory of it all, everything going. Just like, but the water park has something different. You know what I mean? Like this seems more of a germ factory than anything else.
Yeah, even though you know it's like all chlorine and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about all that, bro.
It's just, it's just picturing kids peeing in the pool.
Peeing and shitting and
Oh,
fucking
God.
snot just dripping from their
Snot for
nose. And
sure.
freaking, yeah, I'm good.
How many water parks have you been to?
I've been to one.
Yeah, I really like. How long ago? Like what? Like,
I haven't been to a water park in a while. Wild Water Kingdom. Well, now
I've never
it's
been
Wet
to
and
that.
Wild.
I've not even like water parks were less of a thing than I was a kid. The only one I've ever been to was when we were on a trip to like Nova Scotia or New Brunswick or one of those fucking places, and it was a blast. You're
Oh,
on the
yeah,
fucking
they're great.
inner tube, fucking like flying around. Like it was its thing.
Well, my cousin used to live right beside Wet and Wild. but
Okay.
It's Wild Water Kingdom now. And we used to go there. I used to spend summers there. And so we used to go there all the time, even sneak in through the gate and
Nice.
stuff. And like, so I was there. I used to go there a lot, like a lot. Water parks are cool.
Yeah, so I don't like.
But I've never been to the Wonderland one, actually. And I've been to Wonderland a lot.
Yeah, I've almost. Yeah, see, I remember when Wonderland opened. Like it's hard to see what
Jeez.
Wonderland is now.
Wait, when was the last time you've been to Wonderland?
A couple years ago.
Oh, so
not that long
recently?
ago. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
we went for the Halloween Horror Nights
Oh, okay.
with Sammy and his girlfriend. I think that might have been the last time we went. It might have been somebody else we went with. It wasn't. It wasn't all that. Like I'm not scared of the Halloween Horror Nights type of thing. It's not.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't want to. I don't know. It's just not.
You
Doesn't
wanna
do it
go
for me.
to? Are you a roller coaster fan?
I am. So as a kid, I terrified of them. I love them now.
Yeah.
I can't do spinny rides. If it's
Yeah,
too crazily spinny, I'll fucking get sick. But like a roller coaster, like hang me up, fucking stand me up. Like I used to love Canada's Wonderland as a kid.
Yeah.
Like me and my cousin went all the fucking time. Tammy and I have been a few times. I can't get over it's not worth its value to me anymore.
It's because the price has gone up.
Yeah, I don't have as good
It's
of a time.
crazy. Now you have a whole bunch of these fast passes and upsells and all.
Yeah,
this
it's
kind
like
of
it's
shit.
like it's. I'd rather
Yeah.
save my money. That's why I'd rather go to this Disney
Yeah.
and Universal. Like it's stepped its game up. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
it's
they
not
got
just
bought out, right?
Yeah, no, it's not just like, but it's had, like I said, as the story of remembering what it was. I remember like Fred Flintstone and Scooby Doo and all that. They were the fucking mascots of it.
Yeah.
Like it's so far from
It's far
what it
from
was.
that, yeah.
It still has some of those old classic rides in them, but even those are getting changed.
Yeah. They got rid of like a couple.
No,
of those
and they're
coasters,
even like refurbishing them up, and like so the Paramount Group, the people that own it now own like
Cedar Parks.
yeah, so they own a bunch of ones, and like so they're doing what they are supposed to do, which is upgraded all the time, like
Yeah.
to make you worth your while to go. And like I know what amusement, like I'm not an expert, I'm not going around the country, but like. Florida has to be one of the capitals of the world of fucking
for
amusement parks.
probably.
Like Universal Studios is insanely fucking good, and
Yeah.
like the whole world of Disney, like all the different parks, you can put them together, have all the greater rides. But Universal Studios is really stepping up their game,
yeah, they do. They have like a lot of more theatric type
and
stuff.
it's all down like a few mile, like a between 20-mile corridor
Yeah.
of one little stretch of highway in Florida.
Yeah.
So I know a good example of what a fucking theme park should be, and I'll save it for that.
Yeah, but you do realize like Wonderland has some. They have like one of the top 5 tallest roller coasters in the world.
Yeah, I sleep on it a bit. I
Like,
have to see.
They have a
yeah, they have
couple,
stepped up their game.
Things that like I because the kids wanted to go to Wonderland, and so we've been watching like a whole bunch of roller coaster videos, and you'll be surprised how many roller coasters are like firsts in Wonderland.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So Leviathan is like I think it's like number 4 tallest roller coaster in
but
the
that
world.
okay, but I don't. I'm not surprised by that because I do remember them having the very first stand-up roller coaster.
Yep,
I remember
that's
them having.
gone now,
I
which
remember
is
having
crazy.
the sky coaster's gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
That's crazy
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah, I know. I used to love that one.
There was a time when me and my cousin, because it was just a place to go, like when he was around, like for a couple of years, we fucking went there. And there was a concert. I don't even know what it was. It was it was fucking, oh man, who the fuck was it? UB40 and some fucking Fine Young Cannibals.
What the hell is
Yeah,
that?
I didn't know if you remember, but there was a popular fucking at the time.
Yeah.
And so we got to go around and around and around. Like there was
Oh,
nobody lining up for the
man.
coaster. Like it was you know what I mean? Like the park was empty, and I just like the stand up thing was just
Yeah.
unbelievable. I remember when the bat first ever
Oh, I
reverse
love the
one.
Bat.
You know, but then you see there's that version of the bat is everywhere in the
Everywhere,
States.
yep.
Darien Lake has it and all these
Yep.
kind of things. So yeah, it's a good place to go like on a date or take the family. Like it is not like I just don't like as an old lazy person, like it's not my go-to place.
It's because it's here.
If it was closer, then maybe like I can find all kinds of
That's
reasons.
pretty close.
Sure, I know, but if you lived in Vaughan or fucking something, like
Yeah,
the season pass is still a great deal for us. Like
yeah, if you go
I
more than twice.
I'm jealous of the people of Orlando residents that get a deal on Disney passes.
Oh, they do?
Of course they do. They don't have to. Like that's
man.
how they get them there. They're selling across the
Well, yeah,
world
'cause they're not
You
gonna
get
go.
massive deals on you get Wonderland type of deals if you live in Orlando or even Florida. Florida residents get huge deals on fucking Disney stuff.
You just have to own a place, or you have to be actually.
Don't
be
want
a
anything. No, they're not letting you in for sure.
Damn it.
And so, but like I get it, and so Wonderland has all that too. Like but it's just still just a park in Wonder. You know what I mean? Like it's like I don't know. I'm admitting that I slept on it a bit for all those other things. But I can see that. I mean, that'd be good for you guys. It's not this what you're doing now. I think is a great weekend trip.
Yeah.
Excuse me, like I don't know if Brenton was uninvited to this one too. Sorry, Brenton. But the like the whole the thing that you do, the I don't know if it's more things you do because the kids are older. Like you know what I mean? Like just exposing them to things or just like having to do something with them because it's harder to just be quote unquote stuck in the house for another weekend
Yeah,
or
it's more so that they're growing, so they have more interest. You know what I mean? When we went to the
did they bring
CID,
this up to
when we
you or you brought it up to them? Sorry.
I think it came up when we went to the X, and we were like the X rides don't compare to Wonderland.
No, of course
obviously.
not, yeah.
But when they were
I
there,
see.
and I'm like, this is nothing compared
I
to Wonderland.
see.
You want to see, and then we've been to Vaughan a couple times, and we drove by, and they see it, and
Oh,
they can hear the
shit.
screams and stuff, and they're like, "Whoa!" And they just sit there watching it. Like it's a big difference. of
So
course.
yeah, they're getting older and they're getting more like curious, or what were you saying? I
yeah,
cut you
they
off.
just want to. I think it's both. Want to give them experiences, and they want to experience things. So, Wonderland is kind of a no-brainer. Like, what kid doesn't go to Wonderland or hasn't gone to Wonderland? You know.
So I think they're both good to prop this. What you're doing the next weekend is better. It's just like this is a go away, like a sleepover trip.
it's for birthdays.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's Moore's birthday month, and
Yeah.
so this is perfect. Like
Most expensive month of the year.
is that because of the tequila that you like? But it's not. Just, don't blame it all on the fucking kids.
No, all the
that's
kids.
for sure.
All the kids.
Well, so is this closer to being pure hell for you, or is there something enjoyable for this for you?
I don't know yet.
I know I'm the one
I don't know
bringing
yet.
pure hell. Like you don't have to go that far. I'm putting examples.
Our
of it.
kids aren't even that bad. That's the thing. Like
They
they're
behave
pretty-
well in public.
Yeah, they're pretty good to go out with and
Yeah.
stuff, other than the whining and the bitching sometimes. But in terms of like like actually wanting to experience something, they're okay with that kind of stuff. And they're freaking funny. So hey.
No, your kids are hilarious. The things that fucking they were saying that
Yeah,
like Selena
they're
was
just
quoting
like-
them with. Yeah, they're quick.
Yeah.
That's an example of you guys and the banter you guys have. And it's the smart kids. Like
Yeah.
and the more you expose them to, the more they're gonna fucking see.
Yeah,
It's everything.
so it's good.
just to back on that, we had a great time watching Kai at his recital.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Kite. I actually forgot about. Oh, it's on.
I have it on there. I'm not
Yeah,
forgetting.
I didn't even remember.
No, I wish we saw all the other kids.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it just because he's your kid. Like I would have liked to see how the kids that have doing it longer than what I mean, like are as talented as him.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to qualify his talent by he's only been doing it for so long.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's in the only been doing it for so long section. Like
Basically,
if
yeah.
they ever no, because he was before the intermission and then we
Yeah.
left, and I know that was his idea. Like, we're not-
Everybody before the intermission has been doing it less than 3 years, basically.
Wow. So there's three. I hope he sticks. Like I can't imagine a parent's disappointment when their kid falls out of love of what they do. Sometimes
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or whatever it is that you enjoy watching them. But if he stops doing this, like
Oh,
it'll
yeah,
be
I know.
crushing.
I know.
It's like both because of his potential and for my own personal enjoyment.
Yeah.
Like, is it more? It's obviously got to be more for his potential, but what a display! Like going from watching my first kids basketball game and comparing that to baseball and hockey, and it's just like there's way more here.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey and baseball are just like. Or soccer, hockey, and baseball are a struggle.
Yeah.
The championship basketball game was not a struggle.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like it's not, and the piano is so engaging.
Yeah.
Like the whole recital was so engaging. Like
Yeah.
all those little kids.
Yeah, I wish you guys could stay. Well, we'll stay for the Christmas one. You guys will stay for the whole
Yeah,
one.
no, we're never not. I don't think they're.
It's like the same, like, I enjoyed the last one, other than it was a little dragged out. Like the intermission and stuff was like all dragged out.
yeah,
but,
they
like,
should get rid of that.
every person, like even like the people like you got to see Singer. You got
Yeah,
to see
no.
singers. Yeah. So
They should stop trying to teach singing.
so they have
Sorry.
singers, they have pianists, they have guitarists.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Right? But I didn't hear a good one last time.
No guitars, no good guitar,
guitars,
no good
So
drums.
it's like no good drums.
Yeah, so I want to experience more of it.
And Kai goes to me, he's like, why are they doing singing when it's Mississauga Piano Studios?
It says it right there on the logo.
You know, and you can tell that's where their efforts go to. That's all I'm saying. That's where their effort goes to.
That's very generous of you,
when we
Mr.
walked
Politician.
in, the lady who was playing, she was the lady who was playing before, and she is great.
Yeah.
Like she was playing like all the things,
Yeah.
and she was just flipping through the things and just playing. And I'm like, holy, like she's like,
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
like she's really good.
As a not involved, like just like, man, if you could just be, again, without putting any effort to it, just somebody who is a piano player on the side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Play
a joke.
weddings.
Just no, even not that. It's just like, oh, I have a piano, not just because I'm rich and have a piano in my house. It's because every now and then I like to
I like
fucking
to
tickle
play
the
piano.
ivories.
Yeah.
Like just go at it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
want him to get as much enjoyment out of it as
Yeah.
I do watching him. Like that's such a selfish. Like it's not. I want him to
No,
like have
that's
that.
how it's supposed
no,
to be.
I'm coming from a selfish point because if he doesn't want to do it for whatever reason, then don't do it for anybody else's.
100%.
Right? Like, but like, and he's only going to get better if he wants to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I need him to like. I need it to get into his head how impressive he is already.
Yeah, I don't think he understands.
No, I don't
yet.
think he would ever. I don't think any. I don't even think Sire can be fully aware of how impressive he is.
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's because it's actually maybe that's not true. Maybe because that's what I mean. Maybe I'm assuming you too that I can assume better is because I can compare sports better. I know whatever I've been slightly better at somebody else than, or why I'm not as good as somebody else. Like it's right there. Like that guy gets the puck off me every fucking time, or I can't pass the bat. You know what I mean? Like this guy I'll never beat on one-on-one. You know, like there's something there.
Yeah.
But like the piano, it's just like, oh, that guy. You know, I mean, the people, like the two kids that I can compare to, well, one kid really that I can kind of compare him to. He had more confidence when he got up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like I wish Kai had his
I would
confidence.
say most of those kids had more confidence.
Yeah,
than
you
Kai,
do, but that's
for
only because you
sure.
know the whole story.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I don't know, like Kai didn't show that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's the most part.
Even
part
when
of,
he ended it, and
part of
he
the
did his
impressions.
bow, I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? He's smiling.
Part of the impression that he gave was like, no, I'm killing this Beethoven song. When I told you, like I'll tell the people, like I don't know the name of the Beethoven song he sang, but when the MC was up, like coming up next, Kyron Moore, and he's doing XYZ from Beethoven, I was like, this lady, like audibly
Yeah.
gasped,
Yeah.
and like really, and I'm like, yeah, you go, you know.
This lady, but this person, I think it was behind, no, in front. Well, I don't know if it was behind. I think it was behind us. Took a picture. They're like, you did great. Took a picture. It was a guy, I think Selena said. Took a picture of Kai's sheet music because they're like, this is what you played? And he's like, yeah. And they took a picture
No,
of it. I'm
that's
like, what
that's
the hell?
good validation. Like I
Yeah.
want him to feel like that. Like I said, like, and he can see how good he is compared to maybe some of the other kids that because it's all solo, right?
Yeah.
Like he's not playing the piano with a team.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like he's so like but
He did well.
that's why like when we talked about before, how do we make it like a video game challenge? You say that's how they kind of do the books and just the positive reinforcements and the real thing I learned from it was that I kicked myself for not going to Sire's last basketball game because I overthinking it. I just don't want him to think that people don't go to him because he didn't win the gold. You know what I mean? Like, I just think, you know what I mean? Like, it's a way of an overthought, but just like, oh, man, because he's so upset about
he
not
was-
getting it.
yeah, he
and it
was
is the
mad.
goal, but it's not the main thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
we like seeing the improvement and just like, we don't want him to quit because he hasn't got the gold yet. But I don't want him to think like, oh, they come to see him play piano, but they stopped coming to see me fucking play basketball.
true.
Like, it's my own fault for going in the first place. Like, I love it. It's not like, I'm just saying I have to keep that commitment.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not my kid. Like it's easy to come in and out. And when a parent does something like that, it's so gross and obvious. So, but when anybody does it, it's kind of gross and obvious. So I don't want to use that. I'm not his parent to use that. I don't have to go to that one. I already went to one. And I kind of did. If I'm really being, you know what I mean? Like truthful with myself. It's just like, oh, I could have gone. I just didn't feel like, you know what I mean? Like it was just
Yeah.
like, and so I felt bad because I wasn't thinking of what that, you know what I mean? The optics on how, again, overthinking
How it affects the kids.
Yeah, the kids, right? And I just want to keep that encouragement. And it's all words unless you don't, if you don't show up, it's just words.
Yeah.
And so I felt bad I'm glad I caught myself now. I'd rather wait till real opportunities come that I can't go. You know what I mean? Like something's going to come up where his championship game is in fucking Orangeville and I don't want to go, or, you know, whatever, you know, it's like somewhere far.
It's
and I don't,
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, like that's when I'm just like, oh, good luck. No, give me the fucking, the Skype. Like I would rather
That's
have
why
it.
I'll just tell Tammy.
What?
That's what I'll just tell Tammy.
Yeah, see, and then she go because she was surprised when I brought that up too. She's like, yeah, because it wasn't like, no, we're not going. It was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, no,
Yeah.
I didn't ask. Like, well, I know I could have gone. So that's the other thing I took out of it is like,
So
no,
you're committing.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, see, you already got about it pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to make all the effort. Like I said, real life will come in when it has to.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it. But no, all the props to you guys for giving it to him. And I hope he kind of, you know what I mean, like sticks with it. And I hope he got a little bit more confident from doing that.
He did. He came out and he said he's ready to do the next one. We're basically in the process of picking a song for his next concert. So
And you guys are involved in that too?
I just want to talk to him about what he wants to do. Usually he'll bring it to his teacher and his teacher will tell him if be like yeah or no. But the Beethoven, he was committed. She kind of tried to steer him away from doing that one, but he was all him. He wanted to do that one 100%.
So you have to introduce that Beethoven song to him.
Yeah.
Do you show him like a video of somebody else playing it?
So something that a lot of people don't know is ever since they've been babies, they've been listening to classic music while they sleep. So they've never, other than sleeping out at someone else's house, has ever not listened to classic music while they sleep.
Like in the speaker system, like
In a speaker in their room.
and it's like on a timer, or you load it every
It's,
like.
it's just a YouTube music playlist, and it's just it's like I think it's called, I don't remember what it's called. It's like Baby Something.
Interesting.
And it's like a classical playlist, and Furelise is on it. That's the song he played, and he's heard the song forever. So
he's like subconsciously heard that song so many times.
I think that's probably what it was of why he picked it. It's called Baby Music Club, and it's just all classical music.
That's
they've
fantastic.
Always, ever since they've been babies, they've always. At first, it was like Christian songs for like maybe like 6 months, and then we changed to like classical music, and it's just been classic ever since they were babies.
I appreciate that you took about the classic Christian. That's fine,
Yeah.
but that's a jumping off point of like the theoretical, because I've never been with a pregnant lady, like putting the fucking headphones on their belly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
like
like
that.
putting those things, like trying to make a violin
Well,
player.
they say classical music does stuff to your brain. You know.
No, it's for sure. Like, it has to be true.
Yeah.
Like that might speak to why his timing was so good on the song.
Yeah, probably.
Like it's not just like it's not a theory. Like that's got to stick in his head. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, that seems great. What a good idea. I'm sure that, again, oblivious to that, but I'm very impressed with that you guys have been doing that for this time. And so,
God, it's been fucking like 10 years.
but it
Son
makes
of a
so,
bitch.
he's almost 10 years. Oh, yeah, because he's like turning 10 soon, right?
Son of a bitch. I never thought about that. I wonder, it's funny because, you know,
And they still do it every night tonight.
every night, Kai won't sleep without it. You know how they have Spotify Roundup?
Yeah.
So Selena usually plays it from her phone to it's the Google Home in their room. And her Spotify Roundup, that's at the top of her
'cause
YouTube
it
music
gets played the
roundup.
most.
Yeah, it gets played the most.
It's got the most hours, 6 hours a day.
60, yeah, it's like 720 hours of baby.
And she doesn't know any of it. She doesn't know a fucking clue.
So she doesn't get a real roundup.
That's cool. That's so. That's, you know what, man? That's very informative, man. I really appreciate that whole process. That's fucking great. So I can't wait for it. So they deserve the weekend trip for the. So you've been working out, get your beach bod ready for the fucking water park.
Yeah, so on this Mobland.
So
I finished
before we get,
Mobland.
you did finish.
I did finish Mobland.
So you fucking came to fucking. This is a great way to get topics changed, eh? So I don't know if we have to be spoilers. I mean, there's not much to be spoiled. What do you think of it after seeing the whole arc
Wait, I gotta remember Mobland. Okay,
with Tom Hardy?
and
James Bond.
James Bond, and yeah. After the whole arc, I thought I'm ready for season 2.
Yeah.
Ready for season 2 for sure.
It didn't end like on a. It had like highs and lows for the whole season.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Like I liked how it ended like they knew they were going to do a second season the whole time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some of these shows where like it's ambiguous. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like the story is to be continued for
Yep,
sure.
100%.
Yeah. I'm not like it's not spectacular. It was it was.
No,
I
it
can't
was
think
pretty
of.
good.
It's my favorite recent show. I don't have as good of another non-reality show right now.
It's hard to. Tom Hardy's great, so it's hard to go against him. Pierce Brosnan, I think, did a good job. The lady from thing, yeah, she almost all the characters were actually did. Very
Eddie
good
Harrington
acting
is
jobs.
fucking great too, like little punk
so
kid.
it was like I think he's gonna be a big part of this. If this show continues, I think it's gonna be a big part. He's gonna be a big part. He's gonna end up being like what his grandmother wants him to do, wants him to be.
I mean, like, hide your eyes, people. Like, we're almost done anyway. So, like, 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. A little bit of spoiler here. The fact that they tell who Eddie it really is. Like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that he's
yeah,
right,
that
like,
he's
and
his
so
son.
he's his son and not his grandson. And like the effect that happens to the other kind of son, and the fact that Tom Hardy is halfway, or is he halfway out the door? Like you really don't know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Like
with
you don't know
him.
how dedicated he
I
is.
think he's keeping his doors open. He seems 100% dedicated.
I know.
But I think he's gonna jump ship when it's crashing.
I think as viewers, we know he shouldn't be 100%.
Oh, no.
Like, you know, but that's I think the thing is that that's who he is.
Or
Like
he'll
he
be
is.
dead. Well, there's that.
Like I don't know. That'd be.
Well,
that'd
no,
be,
they couldn't. They wouldn't be. He's a hard guy to kill in this. He'd be a
he's too
hard
connected.
guy. Yeah,
he's too connected
And
on both sides.
You see, when he went into, there's more spoilers. When he went into, was it Mexico? He went to. Did they go to the Mexico?
I don't know if he saw him. I don't think it was Mexico.
And he went by wherever he was. He went by himself. And then the guy was like,
Oh, yeah.
you did that by yourself?"
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He killed all these people by yourself.
Was it Mexico? No, I think it was.
I
No, it was
feel
in
like-
Belgium.
Oh yeah,
It was
Belgium.
it was the
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Mexican.
they're not in. They're on the West Coast. They're on the.
It was
they're
the
over there.
Mexican fucking cartel guy.
Yeah.
That he fucking like he
Yeah,
fucked
that-
everybody up.
I don't think you're killing that
So
guy.
is that okay? So that's because that's just also so cheesy. You know what I mean? Like it's like
they could have done it in a different way, but that says to what we said last week. The show is a little over the top.
Yeah, we'll
more
accept
than
it.
You. Yeah,
we'll accept
for
it.
Sure.
It's not.
We'll take it.
Yeah, so but I'm having a trouble finding another good show to watch.
Yeah,
Like I don't have anything on my radar.
Yeah.
Nothing's better for me. I know you didn't want to watch Survivor, but my favorite, I'm Australian Survivor.
Australian Survivor?
Yeah, like I'm a few seasons back. Like we're watching like the 2020 version of it, but I can't think of anything other than the real world fucking reality shows is sports. So what's going to happen right now? It's Friday, it's the 13th. Everybody, it's sorry, just behind the curtain thing. So the Pacers are up 2-1. So what do you think's going to happen
He's
there?
going to take it out. I think OC is going to win it. I really do.
So there's no money in betting OKC.
There's no money, but they're down.
Yeah, but they're still like Indiana's still fucking 3-1 underdogs. Like you know what I mean? Like if I bet $10, I'll win 30 if Indiana wins a series.
Well, you got to bet that way then.
Well, yeah, but that's a foolish bet.
They can. I think the Pacers can.
I'm
win.
leaning that way, but I'm not. I can't commit to the whole series because I'm too much of a degenerate. I want to bet game on game and game.
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused there. I'm just curious about what your opinion is.
I don't know. OKC is a tough one because every time they lose, they come back stronger.
Yeah.
I don't know how long that they can do that for without winning. They have to win 2 in a row.
I think Indiana is just they're going to take advantage of where they are. They're the furthest thing from a pushover.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that OKC needs to be
For sure.
like a pushover and they can do good, but just with all the things we talked about before, like the coaching, the dedication of the players, the system, and a few nice bounces, like just like if Indiana could just not the thing about basketball is just hang in there, hang in there, and the fact that they can do that, like the fact that Denver took OKC to 7 games and it's almost kind of mirrors how it's gone so far with them losing, you know, they were down 2-1 to Denver in Denver against, you know, like the once removed champs, Jokic and all that kind of stuff of it.
That's a tough one.
You know, and they prevailed.
Yeah.
So if they can do that, then the theory is, well, they can do this against OKC or Indiana.
I just don't see how. I don't even know how freaking Indiana even made it this far.
But that's the problem. If they were the Raptors, you would, and I'm not trying to put you under the bus here, you would understand why.
Yeah,
You
but
would
the
know
Raptors
why.
were the number 2 seed, number 1 seed.
Yeah, I understand, but now in a playoff world where they've knocked off all these other teams, you know, I just don't I see it. I just don't like the whatever. Like, so I'm confused. Like I said, I don't really know. It's enjoyable. It's not a thing. And the best, even more example of that is the fucking hockey game I just watched last night.
Yeah.
Like, with recency bias in there for a thing, it's just like I cannot remember other than a Canada game, like than the fucking Four Nations. Like it had all of that. Like the Oilers, I kind of want them to win, but I don't really care that much because Florida just demonstrates dominance as a great team, and I can appreciate that. But Edmonton came back from a 3-0 fucking deficit. They won the game in overtime. Like I made money on both sides. Like I was like cashing out and betting and all that. If Florida would have won, I would have won even more money. But it was so great. It was fucking hockey at its best. Like with the whistle being put away. Like early in the game, he called bullshit penalties. But like, man, like overtime playoff hockey is like, there's nothing better. And it had that almost throughout the whole thing. Like when Edmonton got another goal, like to make it 3-1. You know what I mean? Like before that, the goalie was just saving everything. It's like, like other than it, like
brick wall.
It's very hard for me to. Like it's very hard for me to even give my whole heart to the Leafs, but once they're in it, then I'm a sucker like everybody else. I live and die by it. Same with the Raptors. That's why I'm new to basketball, but it's like, that's even harder for an emotional fuck like me to live through the whole game with. So it's very hard for me to get the fucking juices flowing for a non-Leaf game or a non-Canada game, other than like money. And so it's just like, yeah, man, like I'm so happy to watch that. It'll be fine. Like I said earlier, like if Edmonton wins, I like deserve it. And it's just like tied 2-2. Like we're right in the middle of a banger.
Yeah.
Right. It's like I'm not unaware, and I don't know, man. It's just like the fucking summer of it, the great weather. This like the planning my
going
trip, like
great.
I am.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling
You're
myself.
You're in a good spot.
I am feeling myself, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. It's all good things. So I hope everybody enjoys that shit too.
For sure. And I hope everybody enjoys Montreal this weekend.
Good fucking fun. So, are you anticipating a good race? I have good things. I hear good things about the track.
I like the Montreal track, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I was hating on it before. Like, I would be like, fucking Montreal. But it's a very nice track. It's a very good track. There's good passing. It's just a good track.
It
always rains.
Yeah, I heard that. In my uneducated, like, because I've seen the track there before a couple times, and I'm trying to like get more learned on these kind of things, right?
Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. I know that it falls on the calendar around the same time every year. Like,
Yeah, this is the first year it's been this late.
so my feeling is that the anticipation for this version of the Canadian Open or Canadian track is that it's because the last two were so shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Monaco and fucking even the
Yeah.
what they had no passing. There's these you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for this like the anticipation that we're going to get a good race no matter what here is like because of the last two races not being
As long as
exciting.
it doesn't rain the whole time.
I think that makes for a better race.
I think partial rain, like when it changes during the race, makes a better race. But if it's pouring the whole time, it's just like everybody's being a little more cautious. Everybody's like,
not for the whole race. I think to counter your point is that racing brings out like at some point somebody's going to try something.
Oh, for
because
sure.
It brings up opportunities all the time.
sure, but
it
not
is
like it would
slower.
be if it was
It sucks
dry.
because it's nowhere near as visual an experience. But how do you get out of your head that how does these like? It's so hard to drive in the rain.
Oh, I know.
Like as a person,
And these
like
guys are
on the
doing that freaking
401.
300 kilometers an hour.
Right behind another car doing 300 fucking miles an hour.
Yeah.
And or
no brake lights.
Nothing. No
Like
wipers.
that, no wipers,
Fucking like your
nothing.
face is exposed.
Yeah.
I know it's
And
covered, but
you know what's funny? Every time I see like a pouring rain and they come out in their interviews, most of the time they're not complaining about the rain. They'll complain that they'll say, yeah, it was hard to pass.
Yeah.
Or but they're not saying they were so.
no,
they're not saying none of that.
nothing. My hands were
They're
cold.
like, yeah, I couldn't see really, but we did what we had to do.
It was a little slippy out there. Yeah, like, fuck, no.
And I'm just like, these guys are crazy.
I think it evens the field a bit. I think it makes
Yeah.
for a more exciting race like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just marvel that they can even do it. Like it, you know what I mean? Like it brings the closest. But I'm going to live my best life this weekend. Like I've already got a couple extra beers fucking put away.
And it's had a good time.
It's a U.S. Open golf tournament too.
Oh, US
so
Open's
there's
this
fucking
weekend?
hockey. There's fucking listen. This is where I am. There was that great game last night.
Yeah.
There's a fucking banger basketball game set up for fucking today.
Yeah.
There's qualifying and practice in both those days.
Yeah.
There's a U.S. fucking Open Major Golf
God
Championship fucking yesterday, today, Saturday, Sunday. There'll be another hockey game Saturday. There'll be
Yeah.
another fucking basketball game Sunday.
and a Grand Prix.
I might have to get a 2-4 and the 2-4. Yeah, I'm gonna have
And
to.
a
I'm gonna have to
2-4?
re-up.
You should just take Monday off.
Hey now.
No, I'm just
hey
joking,
now.
I'm just
Hey, can you
joking.
get your executive? What's the password? Can you put my vacations in for me now?
Probably.
Nice. All right, so we're gonna miss next week, everybody.
Yeah.
While Brian's fucking splashing around in the indoor pool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going in there.
Get out of
I don't know
here.
if I'm gonna go in.
It's because you can get your beach bod ready. Yeah, you're cutting out
That's
stories.
basically what it is.
Is that why we'll have no pictures there either? Like fucking, there's the furthest thing away.
Yes, absolutely. Boo. I'll stay away from it. I'll stay away.
All right. Well,
We'll see.
I want to thank everybody for listening to us on the Work Related Podcast.
Yeah, you can follow us on X at Related by Work.
I'm going to try to retweet that Seek guitar player.
Yeah, you
He's
should.
the best. All right, guys. See you in a couple weeks.